Every great scientific journey begins with a question: what lies beyond? For Dr. HAKEEM OLUSEYI, question became a lifeline, carrying him from some of America's toughest neighborhoods to the front lines of space exploration.
I can't remember a time when I wasn't drawn to explore the universe. I have been excited about nature and all things weird since I was a little kid. Now, when I say all things weird, that includes things like the paranormal and ghosts, but it also includes nature and these, nooks in nature. But if there was a moment that I can say really set me on my path, it happened when I was 10 years old, and I decided I was going to read our family set of World Book encyclopedias from A to Z. I made it to E when I encountered Albert Einstein and relativity, and that really changed everything for me, because from that day forward, I decided that I was going to teach myself to understand relativity, and I did. I worked on it for years, and ultimately, I won the first place in the Mississippi State Science Fair in 1985 in physics for basically coding up all of relativity on a IBM 5150 computer using the programming language BASIC.
Before he became a NASA astrophysicist and inventor, HAKEEM was a boy searching for stability, moving from city to city, surrounded by hardship. Yet through every change, one constant remained: the night sky.
My childhood was full of challenges. I moved every year between the ages of 4 and 13, and it was tough communities. South Central LA, Houston 30 Ward, Houston South Park, New Orleans 9th Ward, New Orleans East, and then also rural Mississippi. I spent a year there when I was 9 years old before finally moving there for a decade at the age of 13.
That fascination grew into determination to understand the universe at its deepest levels. But the path was not easy. As a black scientist in elite spaces, HAKEEM faced barriers that tested both his resolve and identity.
I got like when I left home and went to the elite universities, I was hit with a double whammy, right? Because I grew up in the Deep South in the 20th century. I was well aware of the racial tensions in America. I live in a completely segregated town. But then when I go to these elite spaces, I get hit with a new phenomenon known as class. So, it wasn't so much race there. I felt like class outweighed race. But then it was an academic space. And academia adds a whole other layer of elitism to it, right? And so I feel like in academia, there are a lot of things that feel racist, but it really just classes elitism. So it took me a while to learn, oh, you're not a racist, you're just an asshole.
Every breakthrough begins with a problem, a mystery waiting for a bold mind. HAKEEM has always been that thinker, unafraid to confront the hardest questions or imagine new solutions.
So my very first inventions that I worked on, which are world-changing, was multi-layer EUV optics, where EUV stands for extreme ultraviolet. So we started this work, and it led to the standard in atmospheric imaging of the sun. So have you ever seen these images of the sun with all the plasma loops? Our team leader, Art Walker, he is the guy who led us to get the money from NASA to deploy that technology for the first time.
His research in semiconductor physics and space instrumentation advanced NASA missions and reshaped how scientists study the cosmos. His inventions opened new windows into the universe.
The thing that really satisfied me early in my career was that the things that I was doing, the things I was a part of inventing, were actually being used. It was becoming the standard.
The moment every scientist treasures, when an idea becomes impact.
So when you're really in there every day and you have an intimate knowledge of the devices you're working on, all those hours in that work allows you to see things and make connections that you wouldn't otherwise.
Today, HAKEEM is more than a scientist. He is a teacher, storyteller, and champion for STEM equity, ensuring the next generation sees a place for themselves in the universe.
If you're watching this and you have dreams of exploring the universe, I just say go for it, right? You're gonna need skills, knowledge, and most importantly, relationships. I always say that I made it with hope, hustle, and help.
Tonight, his journey brings us here, to this honor, this celebration, and to the Black Inventors Hall of Fame.
If there's something that you want to do, you need to find someone who is doing it and sit at their knee, be beside them. They're going to be happy to have you there because that is the pathway.
Tonight, we honor a visionary whose life proves brilliance can rise from anywhere and that the universe belongs to us all. Dr. HAKEEM OLUSEYI, welcome to the Black Inventors Hall of Fame.